Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get the updates. Really excited for today's video. Beer's courtesy of Sean from Nerd Sense. Thanks so much, Sean. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out Nerd Sense if you don't do so already. I will link to their website down below in the description box. Or you can just search, they have a YouTube channel, but from their website you can get to all their stuff. So, yeah, really excited for this. It's Tuesday. On Tuesdays I try to test my palate. And this one kind of makes sense. I might be stretching a little bit if I'm being honest. But here's my thought process. I've had this beer a lot. Not lately, but I've had this beer a lot. It's actually one of my favorite beers when I was getting into craft beer. But this one is brewed by the Veil, not by Dogfish Head. So this is 90-minute Imperial IPA, who again, typically, Dogfish Head is the one who brews it. I have the Dogfish Head IPA glass right here. But this one, the Veil did. 9% ABV. It is like 3.5 months old. No one seemed to really love this beer, so I was in no rush to drink it. So it is old, but like I do think that the original holds up pretty well, actually. So the theory is that maybe they used their own yeast, and their yeast didn't work as well with the rest of the recipe. I don't know. That's just some speculation. All of that being said, I love this so much because I think it's a cool idea. It's part of that Freaky Friday thing where breweries swap recipes. But like it's the straight up label, and then it looks like they taped over the Veil over Dogfish Head. So like, if nothing else, this is just a really cool looking can. And what worst case, that's pretty cool. So let's get into it. For my 30th birthday, a friend of mine threw me a surprise party and people brought different craft beer, And one of the things we did was 60, 90, and maybe 120. We might have had like a 75 in there too. I don't think we had the 61, but anyway. And that was the night I was like, I like 90 even better than 60. It's a little sweeter, I think is why. It does have that beautiful coppery orange color, very different than some of these New England style IPAs when I say orange color. So that's kind of because it has so much copper in it. Looks unfiltered, maybe approaching hazy, but definitely again not how we think of a lot of the IPAs people are talking about anymore, myself included. Great carbonation. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, and I definitely see some like sediment. I'm wondering if it's like dead yeast or what floating around in there. A lot of head. I didn't think I poured it that aggressive, but 3 fingers of head, and it looks like, yeah, you started with white and added some copper. Compact bubbles, I would say actually probably super compact, and they seem to be sticking around. It's a nice looking beer so far, I'll tell you that much. Let's get into the aroma. I don't know if it's because there's too much head on it. I get some pine. Some pine and like a straw hempy kind of thing. So it's like, there's some orange peel. More West Coast orangey than like, what I think of as East Coast or obviously New England style. I tell you what, last time I did one of these on a Tuesday that people weren't super jazzed about, I almost spit it out, is that my new winner or loser, depending on your point of view, worst beer ever was that Three Floyds, whatever the heck it was even called. I don't know. Strawberry sour or watermelon sour was so awful. Anyway, I'm going to spit that out. It was so bad. But that one I was hoping I would like, and I'd be like, no, you guys are wrong. Based on the color looks great. The aroma's not doing much for me. Long story short, the aroma's not. I was kind of hoping that I would look at it, be like, it looks good, it smells good, and then when I taste it, be like, you know what, it tastes good at this point in the can, but the aroma's not getting me super excited for the taste. But anyway, let's find out. Cheers. Thanks again, Sean. Okay, I'm okay with this taste. It's very pine sap. It's very pine sap. It reminds me of, is it Celebration? of a wintry beer, and that's why I'm thinking celebration, because most of the beers I think about when it's wintertime are not IPAs and hoppy beers. I really think of malty beers, and celebration is the only hoppy one I can think of. And you know what? Yeah, it is kicking out some of like what I think are Sierra Nevada vibes. Yeah, I mean it is so much pine, and then I do get, and I mean like wow, like aggressively piney, some orange peel in there. Yeah, it's like one of those, Christmas tree looking pine tree, air fresheners that you used to hang from your rear view mirror. If that was a beer, like it really is. But I'm like underselling. Like it's fine at this point. It's fine. The malt's coming through. It's like a little caramelly, almost molassesy malt mixing with this. I mean, it's so huge pine. And then yeah, a little bit of that orange peel, maybe even a kiss of evergreen mint. The alcohol, like it's so interesting. It keeps just coming to the fence, and then it runs away. Like it keeps coming to that line where if it went any further, you'd be like, oh yeah, you taste the alcohol. So it like this beer does a really good job of like getting right to that line and then stopping. I'm okay with this. I contemplated buying a Dogfish head one and doing them side by side, but I've been busy, to be honest with you. So I didn't even go to the store and try to do that, see if they had like one can or bottle of it. But yeah, it's not what I remember that beer ever tasting like when Dogfish head did it, to be fair. But this beer is fine. It's not good. It's obviously not great or anything, but this beer is fine. It's fine. I will drink this beer. It's fine. But yeah, it's not awful, but it's certainly not good or better than good. But yeah, have you had this beer before? Have you had any of the other Freaky Fridays? Have you had any of the Freaky Fridays that were like really good? We're like, man, this other brewery did it. And they did a great job with it. Anything, everything. Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Again, make sure you check out the Nerd Sense guys. Once you're done doing all that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.